Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of BNW Wrestling. We're going to kick it off with a one-on-one match. We're going to have Christian Bowers versus the heavyweight champion Wave Train. And here we go. Out first comes Christian Bowers, taking his time coming out. Currently have some momentum against Roman Reigns in their feud as well. And reports are telling me that it is official. At the next PLE, we are going to have Christian Bowers versus Roman Reigns in a casket match. Winner becomes the #1 contender of the World Heavyweight Championship.
From Minneapolis, Minnesota, weighing in at 235 pounds, Christian Bowers.
And you gotta think, Christian Bauer has to be thinking about Roman Reigns. He's maybe overlooking the World Heavyweight Champion in this current state. But let's be honest, our champion is no slump. He's been defending it very well against Randy Orton and everyone that's coming before him. But the question is, can Christian Bowers gain some momentum in this matchup? Gain some momentum, beat Roman Reigns in the casket match, and continue on to face whoever wins between Randy Orton and Wave Train. And out next, your champion. He's been the champion since episode 1 of this new season. He's defended it against a couple people already, but now he's going one-on-one against Christian Bowers. First matchup ever. They had some tag team matches, but first one-on-one matchup. And indeed, he is our residential luchador. Very proud of his background, his talent, and it has translated into the World Heavyweight Championship. But the question is the Viper lurking around? Is he gonna strike? You never know. You never know what the Apex Predator, he strikes from wherever, whenever, and however he wants. Here we go. Now both competitors are out into the ring area. Let's get this bell rang. Let's get this match underway. This first time ever one-on-one matchup between the two superstars. And here we go. And immediately right away, we're going to get started with some chain wrestling. This to show who is the better technical wrestler. But you would have to think Christian Bauer has the upper hand. Size and strength do come into play here. And right now, kind of swinging Wave Train back and forth like a rag doll, squeezing the air out of the lungs, making it harder to breathe. But it looks like Wave Train's going to get out of the hold. And now he's going to squeeze the air out of Christian Bowers, trying to see if he can reduce his stamina as well. Back and forth, these two competitors will go. And now they break it up. And see what's going to happen next. And right now, Bowers is going to keep going, working on the rib area of Wave Train, swinging him around, trying to make it harder for him to breathe, limiting the high moves, the top rope moves, and into a sidewalk slam. Christian Bowers is already feeling the confidence in this matchup, having the size advantage. And these two are still going at it, trying to see who is the better technician. And right now, Christian Bowers currently has the upper advantage, and they're going to go into the ropes. Another question is, will we get a clean break here? Looks like we will get a clean break, but Christian Bowers is going to strike right after that. Going to throw a Wave Train to the ropes, go underneath, and Wave Train is going to be able to reverse it and get. Now we'll see if Wave can get some momentum here. A couple kicks to the face. And now Wave Train into a springboard movesault, but doesn't quite get the range that he normally gets. Yeah, I think the ribs are hurting a little bit. It's harder for him to breathe, not getting as much air into the lungs. But here's an early cover. Will this be enough to keep Christian Bowers down? No, count of 1. And a knee to the head for Wave Train. Now stomp to the back and a standing moonsault to Christian Bowers. And now Wave Train is getting fired up. He's feeling it. Here we go. What is Wave Train got in mind for him? Has him up on his shoulder. Going to take him across to the corner. He's going to hit him with the snake eyes into the corner, dropping him on that top turnbuckle. And now kick to the midsection. What has Wave Train got over? Up and over the top rope. Leg drop over the back of the head, over that bottom rope. But it looks like Bowers is going to snap back into it and get back up to his feet. And now Wave Train back in the ring, but Christian Bowers going up to the top rope. What are they thinking? And they both missed. Unfortunate timing for both, but it looks like Wave Train is going to take the advantage here on this one. Into the ropes to go. Underneath goes Wave Train. And now Wave Train is going to pick up Bowers, but Bowers is going to reverse it and shove him away and into a running forearm. Here we go. Here's the cover right in the center of the ring. Will this be enough to keep the champ down? No, it is not. Not even a 1 count. Oh, Bowers gets a hold of Wave Train, but Wave Train is going to fight out of the hold. And into a drop kick, dropping Bowers. Bowers going to roll to the outside. What does Wave Train have in mind now? Bowers back into the ring. Quickly rolled out to regather himself. And into the ropes goes Wave Train. What does Bowers got in mind? Bowers got a twisting neck breaker for Wave Train. And you got to think, with the ribs being damaged, Bowers working on the neck of the champion. How much longer can the champion be a fighting champion? How much longer can he keep doing matches every single week? And Bauer once again catching Wave Train on a reversal. Right now, if we had to say how it is, right now Bowers is kind of having some dominance against our champion. And into a powerbomb, flips him over. And a knee strike right to the face. Stuns the champion. The champion's down. Doesn't know exactly where he is, but we got a frog splash to the champion. Here's the cover. Will this be enough to keep the champion down? Will Christian Bowers get some momentum going to his match against Roman Reigns? No. Kick out at 2. Bowers thought that would be it, that he would collect the paycheck and head out. Here we go. Elbow to the back. And right now, Bowers is feeling it. He thinks this is the end coming up here soon. Has a hold of Wave Train, but Wave Train is going to fight back. He's not quite done yet. He still has some gas in the tank. Where's Wave Train having in mind? Kick to the midsection. He's going to pick him up, hoisted him up. Over. He's got him over the ropes. Going to get him into the fireman's carry and drop him over the top rope once again. Now Wave with the coupe suicida inside the ring. Here's the cover. Kick out at 2. Neither one of these two are going to give up very easily. They both know that coming into this matchup. Back and forth these two go. Right now, Bowers with the combination. Going to get a hold of Wave Train. Going to slam him again. Another power bomb. Those ribs have to be burning. The air is hard to breathe. And out to the corner. Looks like Bowers went to the knees in the corner, but it looks like Wave Train's going to reverse and hit him with his own drop kick. And now Wave Train's going to get some momentum. Springboard into a Hurricanrana. It looks like will connect, and he does finish the move indeed. Back up to their feet. What does Wave Train have in mind? Forearm to the back. Another one. Going to throw him into the ropes. And, twisting cutter. Out of nowhere. And is that going to be it for Christian Bowers? No, kick out at 2. Wave Train thought he hit the finishing move, the move that will put Bowers away to give him momentum for his championship match. Both these two have gone back and forth, but how much until one gives? Once again, over the top rope for Bowers. You got to think those ribs got to be hurting too. Both of them, it's hard to breathe. The stamina is definitely coming into play late in this matchup. Oh, an twisting arm drag from the top rope from Wave Train. And let's see what does Wave Train have in mind. Trying to keep working on the ribs of Bowers, trying to make it so it's very hard to breathe. Bowers going to roll out of the ring, but Wave Train, using the experience in this matchup, is going to take the fight to him, but get caught with the insecurity. Count of 2 right now. And Wave's fighting back on the outside. These two are fighting back and forth on the outside. Uh-oh. Selena Del Sol on the outside. Bowers is stunned by that. He doesn't know where he is at the moment. It looks like Wave Train is trying to get him back in the ring. Wave is going to get back in the ring. But Bowers recovering outside. Going to take his time to get back in the ring here. Trying to figure out what his next step is going to be. And I don't think it's going to be very easy for him. And right now, another twisting cutter. I think that's going to be it. Here's the cover. And indeed it is. That is it. Wave Train is definitely taking some momentum going into his championship match against Randy Orton. The stipulation is still to come, but from what I'm seeing, the champion is very confident in whatever challenge you throw at him. Stay tuned. We have another matchup coming up next. And here we go, the next group out. Looks like we're going to get a visit from the Viper. We just saw Wave Train get his victory over Christian Bowers. But now Randy Orton's coming out to see if he can continue his momentum. Try to maybe have an opportunity to take the championship at the next PLE against Wave Train. Randy Orton in the past has held singles gold in the YouTube Championship, but he's yet to win the World Heavyweight Championship. But now the question is it his time, or is he just another stepping stone for Wave Train in his run? Randy Orton, the Apex Predator, the Legend Killer. Maybe he's going to try to kill the legend of Wave Train early. This title run, end it before it gets too serious. But you also got to imagine this slight doubt in the back of the Viper's mind. Not knowing Wave Train as well as others may know him. Would that be a Randy Orton downfall, or would that be a blessing? And right now the Viper's getting into that headspace. The voices are talking to him. He's getting ready for his one-on-one matchup against the greatest of all time, John Cena. These two have gone back and forth so many times in the past, and now for the first time ever in BNW history, we are getting the one-on-one matchup. And out comes the greatest of all time, John Cena. John Cena has yet to win any gold here in BNW since his arrival midway through the season last year. But the question is, with the win against Randy Orton, does that automatically put him into a title spot contention? Only time will tell, and we'll see. Because Randy Orton they've both been tearing it up. But Randy Orton right now has all the momentum going into this matchup. He's riding the high. And into the ring goes the greatest of all time. He's ready for a free souvenir. Let's see if the shirt comes off when he throws it into the crowd. Let's see. Maybe the hat. We'll see. We'll see how Cena's feeling, if he's feeling generous today. And indeed, the hat goes into the crowd. Free souvenirs. You gotta love it, even though I'm the one that pays for it. Unfortunate, but you know, if the fans love it, the fans love it. I cannot hate on it. And here we go. Both competitors down to the ring area. Let's get this bell rang, referee. Let's get this match underway. First time ever in BNW history, Randy Orton versus John Cena. And here we go. The bell has been rung. Let's get into it. Cena goes right for the crossbody, but Randy Orton somehow was able to stay on a vertical base there. And now into a chain wrestling moment. The two of them know each other very well, so who is going to get the upper hand early on? It looks like Cena's going to get the upper hand early on, twisting the arm of Randy Orton. That's got to affect the RKO later. But now here we go. Now Randy's twisting the arm of John Cena. Cena's not much of a upper body move guy. He's got the AA and he also has the SDF, so that you gotta think for holds, maybe it might help Randy to work on the arm. The only time will tell is Randy's just gonna slam Cena into the mat. And here we go. Randy Orton is doing a slow and sadistical offense. Slow and steady, wins the race for the Viper in every occasion. An elbow to the knee, trying to take out the power base of John Cena. We've seen Cena pick up the Big Show before, so we know power is not going to be a problem for Cena. But I mean, if those knees keep getting worked on like they are, there might be an issue later on. And it looks like Cena's going to get Randy Orton off top of him. Back to the chain wrestling they go. The two of them know each other very well, so they're trying to feel it out who's going to get the upper hand. And we're going to get a break here. Will it be clean? Yes, it will. The respect between the two legends will exist in this matchup. Back to the chain wrestling once again. Now Randy Orton's going to get a... No, it looks like Cena has the headlock on. Yep. Right now, Cena's showing everyone that he can wrestle. He can go with the best of the best. But right now, it looks like Randy's going to squeeze the ribs, take out the air out of Cena's lungs and make it harder for him to breathe, affecting the stamina in this matchup. This could be a very short matchup today. It looks like Cena's now going to reverse it and get the headlock back locked in, squeezing the air out of Randy Orton. But it didn't last very long, and now Orton's got a hold of Cena's arm once again. These two are going back and forth, trying to stretch out the ligaments in each other's bodies and take out the stamina of one another. Here we go now. Cena working on the arm once again, that left arm of Randy Orton. Back and forth these two go, looking for momentum for the upcoming matches in the future. And the question is, does Randy Orton look over John Cena in this matchup since he already is guaranteed a title opportunity? You would have to imagine that Randy Orton's mind is not fully in this matchup, more into his matchup against Wave Train to capture the gold. And here we go, working on the knee some more. Cranking at the knee, working on the base of the Viper. It looks like Cena's going to keep working on it. It looks like Cena's going to the top rope. Not a very familiar place for Cena. But we're going to get a 5-knuckle shovel from the top rope. And he may be a down and out. And then we're going to get an elbow drop for good insurance. The Viper's going to roll to the bottom rope. Kind of regain his footing. What does Cena got in mind for him? Cena's going to get him a good punch to the face. Oh, don't do it, John. Don't do it. Dropping him on the edge of the apron, the hardest part of the ring. Yep, Randy Orton's back, which has had injuries in the past. Definitely is feeling that one, but it looks like the Viper's still able to fight back. As they go back into the ring, goes Cena. Randy Orton not too far behind. It looks like Randy Orton's going to take off the top turnbuckle on the referee. And Randy Orton's going to drop Cena over the top rope. And it looks like Randy Orton now taking a play out of Cena's playbook, going to the top rope, going for the double X handle, and it connects. And it looks like the referee's going to fix the turnbuckle. The question is, will this backfire on Randy Orton, or will this work for his favor? Now cranking on the neck of Cena. It looks like nothing happened with the turnbuckle while the ref was distracted. Here we go, to the rope goes Randy Orton. Orton go in for a senton, missing. And now Cena's going to throw him into the ropes. Catch him. Hey, here's the cover. Will this be enough to keep the Viper down? No, it is not. Kick out. Open Randy Orton fighting that place. The voices are talking to him right now into the power slam. And now Orton's going to drag Cena to the middle of the rope. The middle of the ring, my apologies. And is this it? Would this be the... No, Orton's going to stomp on all the ligaments, all the joints, everything. And one foot to the face for a good measure. And it looks like the Viper's going to the place. The voices are talking to him into an RKO. And there's nothing Cena can do about it. Here's the cover. And that's it. Randy Orton also gaining momentum for his championship opportunity against the Wave Train. Next episode, we will find out the stipulation for their matchup. But now, Randy Orton can just focus on Wave Train. No more worrying about anybody else. He can focus on trying to gain that gold and become our new champion. Only time will tell if this prophecy will come true. And we have our main event coming up next. Stay tuned for that. It's going to be a good one. And here is our main event for the evening. First, we're going to get our local giant out here with Big B coming out on his ATV. He's feeling good after the multiple wins he's had against CM Punk. CM Punk just does not know when to quit, wanting another matchup against him. Like I mentioned earlier, Big B is on a terror against CM Punk, beating him last week by hitting him with one foot. And CM Punk did not. Oh, CM Punk came out of nowhere, just blasting Big B. And now CM Punk trying to use his attack as an opportunity to gain some advantage against the Giant. And it looks like Big B is going to get to his feet. And usually when Big B is on a vertical base, there's nothing you can do. Only time will tell if CM Punk can regain his momentum from the attack. And it looks like he's going to get the big man off him for a little bit. Stomp to the midsection. Here we go. Big B is going to keep dominating. He's going to keep getting back up. But the question is, how much more can the big man take before he stays down permanently? And a punch to the midsection, dropping CM Punk right away. And there's a CM Punk finally dropping the big man, showing off the strength. And it looks like the big man finally got the jacket off. His match on the way, and CM Punk with the suicide dive to the big man on the outside. Here we go. Now rapid elbows from CM Punk to the big man. Punk has him up on his feet again. The big man's gonna tell him, he's still on his feet. Punk knocked him down earlier, but this time Big B's gonna stay up, but CM Punk's gonna be able to throw Big B back into the ring. Both competitors back into the ring. CM Punk's gonna get a couple combinations, try to grab Big B and thinking that's gonna set him enough. But unfortunately, the big man, it's going to take a lot more than that. And the big man's got Punk up and a powerbomb right in the center of the ring. Oh, but a surprise roll-up. Will this be enough to pin the big man? No, kick out at one. Hey, if you can't beat him with strength, beat him with smarts. Uh-oh. That was a mistake, Punk. You just made the big man mad. Uh-oh. What does CM Punk have to do to keep the big man off his feet? Knock him back down. He did it once. If there ever was a David and Goliath moment, this is it. Right now, CM Punk is throwing everything in his way. Oh, spine buster to CM Punk. And this might be over. This might be the end. And a power bomb ride. And not again. Not back-to-back weeks. Not like this. And it looks like CM Punk is going to keep fighting. Here we go. Uh-oh, the big man has a hold of CM Punk, trying to make him tap with the bear claw. It looks like CM Punk is not going to tap. Instead, he's going to fight out of it. One punch. Two punch to the midsection, and the big man had to relinquish the grip. And now CM Punk getting a combination in, but he cannot get the big man off balance and knock him over. And once again, Big B back in control. Cranking on the neck of CM Punk. And since this is also our main event, I would also like, if you made it this far, please like, comment, and if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more BNW episodes. And if you do want to be a part of this thing, it is a community universe where wrestler represents someone inside the community. Let me know. I will leave my Discord link down below. Join it. Let me know if you are joining, who you want to represent you. It is open to anyone that is part of the Discord. So if you want to be a part of this, make sure to join the Discord, and also don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what your favorite match was and who your favorite wrestler is, anything like that, and what you guys want to see in the channel. Like we said, let's get back to the action. Right now, Big B in control once again. Has CM Punk. Oh my goodness. Someone needs to check if Punk's okay. Big B just threw him outside the ring. Punk has not moved since he fell out there. Okay, he's okay. He's getting back onto his feet. Angel take the fight to the big man once again. The big man into the corner, almost running right into the barricade, barely clipping it at the end. Here we go. Kick to the midsection from CM Punk. But not enough to keep the big man down. Big man's going to hold him into a running power slam on the outside. There is barely any padding out there. So you know that's got to hurt. Oh, reversal from CM Punk. CM Punk's going to try to pick up the big man, but I think Big B is a little bit too tall for and a little bit too heavy for Punk to lift. Big B back into the ring, followed by CM Punk. This matchup will stay inside the ring, and oh, here's a roll-up. Will this be it? No, kick out at 1. CM Punk with the elbow drop. Uh-oh. Is CM Punk thinking about the GTS? Couldn't pick up the big man earlier, but does not connect. Hard to say if he was going for that, but uh-oh. We've seen this one before. Up goes the Punk, down goes Punk. Uh-oh. Is Big B thinking about another powerbomb here? No, he's got him up on his shoulders. He's gonna drop over the top rope and then pin him. Adding insult to injury, saying, hey, I beat you off for dropping you off the top rope. And indeed he does. And that's going to be it for today's episode of BNW Wrestling. Once again, don't forget to follow, like, comment, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys. I will see you later. Peace.